Hello folks, Anne-Marie here, and this is the Metastock Target Rich Trades platform. We had a sell zone that went off about 4 days ago, telling us that we were in a space where we have bounces, that if we don't recover the old support action, we were headed lower. Have a look. Here it is. We think we have it, and then we lose it. These are decisions that have to be made on the fly that say, listen, I know this is a downward zone. Anytime we have upward motion like this, people are always going to try and buy those bottoms. It just is what it is. It's one of those things that happens. So the question is, what's going on now? There are a lot of people that are super freaked out, just out of their minds. And so it's really fairly simple. Here is the last sell zone. The great thing about target rich trades is that these sell zones can become buy zones, and old sell zones that break down become new sell zones. And so the question is, what's going to happen? Well, the first thing that's going to happen is the traders are going to try and buy an old support. So you might say, but it lost the level. Yes, that happens because people come in blindly and they go, give me a limit order at 45.12 and I want, a 3-4 point stop. Listen, that happens. But if they're intent on running it, or there's a lot of selling pressure, that's going to be the case. And so here we are up in the overnight. Let's see what the overnight is doing right this moment. Looks like we're at about 45.24. We keep bouncing between 45.20, 45.18, something like that. It's very obvious to me that traders are trying to pick the bottom here. So what do they have to do to be successful to pick this bottom up? Well, they're going to have to move from 45.40 all the way up to 45.57, where they're going to see some more resistance. All right? Traders are going to come in there and they're going to want to sell it. So this battleground here, if you're saying to yourself, where is the bottom? We don't know. What we know is we have above average volume on the way down. And at some juncture, we're going to run into support. My thought is that it's right around here, but we're not out of the woods. My thought is because we're underneath both of these moving averages, any of our bounce action is going to send us into another selling area, right? I mean, we have some trouble. So we're going to stabilize here. And what's going on is, I don't think it has anything to do with this variant because it's asymptomatic variant. So never mind. We won't even talk about that. The big thing is Powell is saying, hey, we're just going to start tapering. And any time money starts getting sucked out of the system, or people get told money's going to get sucked out of the system, that's what happens. People go, ooh, I better take some profit because money's not going to be free anymore. It might not be as open anymore. And so the thought of tightening liquidity makes people go, I've been long since the pandemic. And so time for me to take some profit. So this is not abject selling per se. The problem with the great big picture is that most companies are having a lot of difficulty holding their general old highs, and they've come in and started breaking their supports. But here's the thing. I share this chart on Twitter. The 2-week lows that were made today, highs minus lows, it was much lower yesterday, and we made a lower low today. And so to me, it means that the undercurrent is shifting. So my thought is, yep, I think we're going to try and bottom here. Where are all bets off? If we lose 4,500 after being up at 45.20 something, and we come all the way down and lose 45.12 and then lose 4,500, we're going to the next line. So if you try to buy the bottom, you're going to have to keep that tight stop and pay attention if it stops running up past that 24, 34 area, because that means you've got sellers right here from this old congestion area that are coming in and trying to make a stand. All right? Simple for what's going on right here. Just take a breath, relax, trade accordingly.